We all know Mowgli, right? Mostly we know him through the movie adaptations of Disney by the name The Jungle Book. And many of us also have read this book itself. And this book has been penned down by Rudyard Kipling. And who Rudyard Kipling is? He is a British poet, novelist, and short story writer. He was the innovator of narrative style of short story writing. And mostly we know him for his children's work. Actually, his book, The Jungle Book and The Second Jungle Book, they are well established children's fictions. And we know Mowgli better for his all the adventures in Indian jungle. We know about all his friends, Ballu, Bagheera, Sher Khan. We have known them throughout our childhood. They have been our favorite characters. And in the same manner, he has written a lot of other collections of stories for children, and he has written many poems and novels as well. So he was born in 1865 in India, in Bombay, which we also call as Mumbai nowadays. And then he was sent back to England by his parents to get education. And he came back in 1882 to India. And it was in 1888 he wrote his first work. It was a collection of short stories by the name Plain Tales of the Hills, which was written in 1888. And writing this work, he shot to fame instantly. And after that, he got married. And while he was in America, in 1894, he wrote The Jungle Book. And in this next year, in 1895, he wrote the sequel, The Second Jungle Book. And both of these books made him well known and quite famous as well. And he wrote them for his own children, for his own little girl Josephine, as bedtime stories. And then in 1901, he wrote a novel named Kim. Kim is a character, small Irish little child who is living in India, and it is about his adventures throughout India and in Himalayas. And actually it is his own personal experience while he was living in India. And it's also called as a picaresque novel. And after that, in 1902, he wrote one more collection of short stories with the name Just So Stories. And this book was his tribute to his own little girl named Josephine, whom he lost due to pneumonia. And it has 12 stories in it, very beautiful, very entertaining small stories about how camel got his hump, about a butterfly who stamped, or how the alphabet was made. So all of them are very interesting stories for children. And after that, in 1906, again he wrote a collection of fairy tales stories by the name The Puck of the Pook Hills. And it was in 1907 that he became the first British writer, English writer, to have been awarded with the Nobel Prize for Literature. These are all his short story works. Apart from that, he has written many poems as well as collection of poems. For example, one of his very famous and inspiring poem is If, written by Rudyard Kipling, and he wrote it as a tribute to his own son named John. And through this poem, he is trying to give that worldly wisdom and advice to that little boy about how to grow up a man. And this poem also is a example of that British Stoicism. And then he has written the poem The Burden of White Man, and this poem showcases his imperialistic viewpoint, in which he tries to tell that burden of the white man, where he has to take the burden, has to take that take the responsibility towards those uncivilized or underprivileged, undeveloped, non-white people. White people here are civilized one. So it made his imperialistic and colonist mentality very clear. And then he has also written many famous poems like Ganga Deen, and we know him for his The Three Musketeers, Baba Black Sheep, and many more of works. All of them are very famous. So basically, we know him mostly for his stories about British soldiers who were giving their services in India, and then we also know him well for his contribution towards children's literature. But then about his imperialism, he actually maintained that detachment of that European outsider, but at the same time he also tried to learn and know about India from the inside, and that is why most of his works are influenced by the Indian culture, and he was so much mesmerized and influenced by our overcrowded cities, our hill stations, all those hot deserts, and our culture and religion. And many of his works, there are events and sceneries which belong to India. And once during 1883 he visited Shimla, and about that he wrote a very famous piece by the name Monkeys of Shimla. And in the same manner, all his children's works, although they are for children, but at the same time they can also be seen from the point of view of our historical development, and at the same time about the racial viewpoint and all. And his poem If, that is quite inspirational poem, which we will come to know about in the next video, in which I'm going to discuss it in detail. For right now, that's sufficient about the Rudyard Kipling.